on occultic leadership in Ghana's political space. Sooner rather later, according to Sin Sark, the General Overseer of Open Arms Ministries, he disclosed all occultic temples in Ghana will soon face closure, and the biaso ekoye kama and there 15th of April 2024, the year of our Lord. Folks, we are here to pursue one particular agenda, and that agenda is services to God and country. Kwaku Annan, together with the entire team and you plus, we sit together, we think and talk and make a sense of it all. And I've always and oftentimes said, the Frontline show, of course, it's a show a must listen to. All right? And of course, I say be part of the breaking news story and be the first to know, because you are what you listen to. Folks, and I agree, ya buy no babe some kitty. A pronosu janu aso se bretete. And the obaya ne say, and they Monday editions, ne Friday editions, yana ita wumpa, san and then su ija wum. In the every way, my meaning kind of exercise kit to be exercise ben ya say every day obey say you call a friend, a sister, a brother, a sister, a brother, a nephew, uncle, a father, a friend, everybody all over. Let's start from regional capitals, all the way from the Volta region, all the way to the northern region, Boku, Upper East, Upper West, Kowa, all the way back to where Kumasi, Ashanti, Kumasi, the capital, Ashanti region, and then all the way to Tamale, back to Imfa, the capital, Accra, all the way to Western region, Hafasinin, Bebre, Awowin, everywhere in Ghana. The Frontline is airborne on the high seabed, 33 above seabed, with a huge crowd all connecting the feed. Folks, as I'm kesiya da ho timesrew de obeya ne se u TV no wo flip TV na emma misrew wo go TV wa ko go TV no so go TV no ubenya your friend is saying Frontline no wahwe e wo go TV no so anas wo television ankasa no say digital one bia o flip it through a ubenya CTV ne bi no so wahwe. But then, so Western region, make us say, oh, flip it, no, in your TV, so join us on Facebook and our YouTube. Mr. Uko YouTube once, whilst you join the feed on YouTube, and subscribe and press that domino. Let's just say, anytime beyond so a program here, Ben Ubenya signal and tem, no, when you be ashe. Fine. Why? Uo Sunyani, so join us, join the show, no, 88.1 FM, that's Sunyani F. Takrade for so be joining 99.1 FM, Tadi FM to be precise, or flip your television and get the Frontline show. Your investigative journalist airborne with entire crew until 10 p.m. we drop down. Folks, I have a very serious business to do with you, and it's going to be exclusive eba ija wumi muoshe and nina nkemfuano program ameno obeyano. Of course, you, the listener, the viewer, you make or you form an integral part of the show by bringing your WhatsApp message on 020-297-3461. WhatsApp line, me pacho, a WhatsApp line. Don't call. My friend say, don't call the line. Don't give me a call on the line. One can say, when I'm a car, ye mumu bi monti ase bibini bia ye hu ya homete. A WhatsApp line. Why in your wildest imagination or in your wisdom? And in your sense, what do you mean say make a friend number? Why do you then my family wakasa? The phone is here. Mean to me no call my WhatsApp line. For message bra. And the only way you can call that line is when the program is over. Beautiful. Then I can engage you. Folks, because in Ebuma, sometimes very irritating. Wube ka bibini, these people of color. I see and things someone say. Send your WhatsApp message on the number. Don't call me. Folks, I hope some are explaining me home. And you're edit an opera. Asem bain a dahwana dri. Na no fiada ebra ye be kofie no. Na ye ne asem kesia na nkoma ye die no. Eya abrantie ye frɛ no Kwabena Buedua Kaneno no woye the current Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ne special aide no san so be ne press secretary a wo frimu yaya ehun nsem aye ne hu bisibisi basa ene ne maame be di nkomo o maame abekire nsem mu bebre o maame no waye interviews bebre de sa nsem ye piepie but yenso as a platform nsem ye kopie baby sometime last year Emma yen as an investigative magazine show ya do a yensu nya asam no so no nkrabata bi efa the same abrantie ni wuo ho a making osofu pani a wono da asori e friend Open Arms Ministry Sinsak ene de asem we beto abonten first wono no ba ya wo be bo vice president ni din se vice president ni mra bonten embe tiremu kwanya abrantie ni fa so wuye and yes you follow a trail of sa case no and you do esukwa na yensa koso Sinsak mu se omra no mekire sa asem no mu ye to the extent say o kire say ebetimi aba SSS asem ne say ebusua no abrante ne dihye no wo mo de asem ne ko International Court of Hemfa ne say how enti mu na mo behwa Sinsak e kire na asem ne afi obekire mu senti asa asem ne say ko the International Court. Well, ye ne o maame ni di nkomo e ma Ghana fo nso mehu sa asem ni na niti anadwi ye ne Sinsak ade bi so na the third angle na SSC e di sa nkomo ni fiada no eno na Sinsak e kire se two political leaders bi o Ghana ha sa leaders SSC o mawie ye eba na o mawie na ebeba no would mark an end of their occultic temples and leadership in Ghana. Hey, asam kesi ebeni. Or since our two leaders in amemuo ebewe ya, it will mark an end of occultic leadership in Ghana, and that many occult temples in Ghana would be shut. I don't know this meaning, but of course you know, say we are a fact-finding platform. And as a fact-finding platform, the area and say we go deeper, we look into the issues, and we broadcast our findings and all of that. Until tonight, we are a friend is saying we are going to do more. Okay. Yeah, baby, yin sembi at the dead Sinsak. Eba be kire oba be bubodin no sam penimfo ya o se wo mu leadership ebeba endi ebe market occultism ne sa ne omaniam wo Ghana yenimwom, but he is going to mention those names and explain why sam penimfo already wabobodin ni dida sam penimfo ni now have run for cover, but we shall deal with something on that na yede. Whoever you are calling, I'm sorry, I'm here doing serious business. Teme pacho, don't call my line. My busy pa na yemfa ento baby as here the tour. Now, Mr. Producer, a lot of things but why? Entiano we taking notes. Why? Never Sinsak per se yini na pacho. Whoever you are calling, I am busy working, so you can speak to me after the program. Thank you very much. Hey, I agree. Okay. O the Saint Fanina bra what the banner esu we are na fine ye de ayem. Now, before no inti any Sinsak ebe di sa nkome enche. But before ebeba eno so no yentias yeze nsem sisi a mepese mekom en sansem no esisi ewo hemfa ACC Ewo, the National Security Ministry. And tonight, I am here to ask some questions. Yeah, the questions be babe toto. Na ask the National Security for say womumra a member church and maybe MIA. These are we want to pose to the National Security. The National Security Ministry is being run by Eyeora Kandapa and the coordinator Kwaku Annan. Now, tonight the Frontline intelligence sources is closing up or giving us a close of a Nemebia Yepesi Bisa National Security Ministry. Say, is the National Security Ministry of the Republic of Ghana some department of the national security? Are you doing something called eavesdropping? Ana Bibisa koso ewo National Security Ministry what na? Ora, Mr. Kandapa, we are asking these questions and we need answers. Me say, is some eavesdropping be koso ewo National Security what na? Our intelligence. And you people know, say, Kwaku, when it comes to me, that's my area of operations. Is some eavesdropping be koso? Mika says some prominent Ghanaians be our Ghana ha the National Security Ministry, a department within the ministry. So, say, are you engaging in some form of eavesdropping? Now, are you doing something like that? Now, may I say, if mu ye eavesdropping bia, the only way amube to me ISR eavesdropping is some court order. Without a court order, no, you cannot, may not, and definitely should not engage yourself in that activity. If the state is in your hands to control, the National Security Ministry na menemo kasi. Before anything drops, I am asking again, are you engaging or doing anything I call eavesdropping? Eavesdropping, I can only reduce it out of this big technical word. It's just said, madrum pempen sobia, mu demo machines, etiete, Ghana fobi, enkomobi, Ghana fobi didi do muhun koma, na musumaya muhun ohinte duechi, na mutieti sa ankomodibi. Are you doing this? But Munim say it's against the laws. It's a universal convention. You cannot eavesdrop on people's conversation. The only organization obetimi I say no only that right, except that they monitor all the the channels, the communication flow, both encrypted. No, they have access to it. Yet they cannot even listen, except that they are goes on both ends to end encrypted. But woman the telcos, the MTN, the Vodafone, the Zain, and all of that. And I'm speaking specifically in the jurisdiction of Ghana. MTN for me ever access to everybody's communication, including Vodafone and the rest. Or now more from saying say what Telecel or something like that. Say more almost a son your man mostly. They still have no right. So National Security Ministry, the only time is to go secure a court order. Without a court order, we need that right. That's one. Number two, the only time Mube is dropping on people's conversation is the fact that 2 or 3 people are in some form of connivance, plotting to stage a coup or something. But yeah, the only thing move to me so somebody in a version of the Constitution. Other than that, ordinarily, the people are going about their and a muninka emrabon tembe confess. But se bibia so nkoso a ena moma Ghana fo ni bi hu se ana moma Ghana fo hu se nothing of that sort is going on, because something is about to blow out of proportion. Dem wamo. Ora Kwaku Asumeni. Wona we national security mo fa ne picture nto. It's a public figure. Kwaku Asumeni is the national security coordinator currently. Now, more than a picture not to. Do I have the pictures there? Now, Kwaku Asumeni aye kana semi. Ono no the current national security coordinator. Ora Asumeni has been nipped to be that of what? A double agent. Now I am here to ask Ora, Mr. Asumeni, say, are you coming out to confirm or deny, say, we are double agent and now we are double agent? And the double agent in this technical term simply means that he is a national security coordinator for Ghana. At the same time, he holds another nationality. Now, folks, let me bring you home. What it is this. Say, one of the ethics of, say, and I said the code of ethics before Ubeura, any security installation, the military, the national security, and all security intelligence and security installations, you must denounce, and you may be one, you cannot marry a foreigner. 2, you cannot be a national of another nation. 3, you cannot hold another nation's passport. And in Yamabibre, I can just say this for a few, the few of it, and the rest, leave it there. Nyamina maybe be national security manuals, so. But a media organization called the WhatsApp newspaper, some documents we are privy to know each other. Ora Kwaku Asumeni, you are a Ghanaian national and at the same time a British national. Would you confirm this story or would you deny? Where is your allegiance placed? Now, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Adodankwa Kwaku, and the entire Ghanaians should go to bed without one eye blinking, watching. Hello, what time is it? Because we should be safe in the hands of the national security without we blinking an eye. And that begs the question, say, who is taking custodians at the four corners of the nation? And that same person also do not have any allegiance to another nation. For that matter, it can cause for what? Intelligence, security and intelligence breaches. Mr. Asumeni, please come out and confirm or come out and deny this, because in the coming days the national security mainstream is going to be very busy. I'm telling you. Yeah. Already wa America, sir, eavesdropping many times. The national security and I say the intelligence agencies of many nations, even almighty America, America Krakaway, it's against the U.S. Patriot Act. Say, how many years? About 6 years ago now, one American national, your friend Edward Snowden, blew the whistle against the U.S. government. On several times, the U.S. government intelligence committee, I try say when we eavesdrop it on the American nationals, the whole 50 states, they were eavesdropping on people's conversations, including say they were eavesdropping on United Nations, they were eavesdropping on EU, they were eavesdropping on governments in Africa. And this is what Edward Snowden put out, this document. How Edward Snowden blew the cover and the secret weapon. You see, they do this and they weaponize the conversation. Those of us who we are students of security and intelligence, we know what we know. They do this and then they weaponize it against the people. Na me Kwaku say na no me catch him say me nko mo betimi eti 1001 nkwasi akeka nko na mo betie na mu wi a use it for anything you want to use it for. But I tell you folks, some of us, even though we use one line, there's so many communication channels you have no idea of. Oh yeah. So no, America may see here. One woman democracy be we see still no one says I don't know it's against the constitutional and the legitimate rights of the American citizens. Yet the US government led by George Bush no more person this are bonini editia Americans by say the US intelligence community tried to hire Edward Snowden, who used several technical apps from the National Intelligence Agency all the way to the FBI, all the way to the CIA. They were eavesdropping on the global world. But all that you know is that they weaponized this conversation. And many people didn't even know in the United Nations was the UN headquarters in New York City has been botched. That the US government was listening all through to it. It's like the Africa, Addis Ababa. How many governments in Africa knew, say, the Chinese government who built the AU were eavesdropping on the conversation on African head of state, African leaders. But they didn't know, say, Chinese, if one we see Dino, the whole building, AU building in Nano, have been botched. We live in a very sophisticated world, though, and intelligence have become very sophisticated. Folks, America, they knew the government of the United States, led by George Bush, knew is dropping on American nationals, was against the US Patriot Act, yet or engage Abrantiano a year Dumana Drubebno who said no, baby, it's getting out of hand. Edward Snowden realized he has done a lot against his conscience, that he's doing so many evil against many global leaders. To the obey and say he blew the cover of the US government and he ran away. America forced democracy and the movie says, where is Edward Snowden? Edward Snowden is today in a hideout in Mother Russia. Why? The better than America for Russia for them. Because of this. Say, a baby, look, there are many times a baby administration in Kosuya, the only way they resort to is let's let's surveillance people. Useless. And the baby I make them say, Munya dear ben atita ni nyamu hweni. Right. And this amuya eavesdropping bi wo hwa Mode na ya mo se mo nkwa na mo ye so crafty ana mo nkwa na mo nim the statecraft nya mo nkwa na ora asumani ye hia ma wa babonten come and confirm or deny that you are a Ghanaian national and at the same time you are a British citizen. Which one we should know? And where do you pledge? Are you a double agent? Ora Kwaku Asumani, we are patiently waiting. If drops be question so wo and be yano. Tia no crow and yenukro ye hian. And same bebre near there beto national security for anymore. Nina mu dwane to to wiem kwayem ni srem ni mipom. Mo fa answer number. But you must understand one thing, say under the direct principles of state policy, you are answerable to the media, estate of the realm, the gatekeepers of the system, and of course, mu your public figures here taxes needed to yamoka. Now make a comment, meba name national security muso power. The current director of NIB, then defunct BNI, now NIB, the National Investigative Bureau, or whatever you call it. Mika say ora Atobra and wire director of the agency. Mr. Atobra, you be a question. Has somebody committed suicide in your home? Ora Atobra, we the BNI director and I say NIB director. I am questioning you. Me say, has somebody committed suicide at your residence? If yes, let us know why, the circumstances that led to this. If no, let us know say enye nekure before then we take the next step. And what might have caused this if it is true? Say enye nekure ma yehu so that we next level. Me say obia committee suicide. E what the current National Defense Investigations Bureau NIB ufie obia wo ho and obi nwi. Okay. Yeah, they are not too one more. I feel maybe it's a question. Look, Ghana for share. You need to force out. So what do you say? Ukona ukoda. Uwa bambo pepebi. Emane bon hubaya. Any yashiye na bon hubaye. I can only say this. Bon hubaye. Me pamocho. Why? Bon hubaye pa. Isan said the air kono. Iranum anu den na. Eya yensem bebria minim how ye de ko eya sefem kakra. Yes, eya pa ye kire say something is in the making. Na obi ka enekure no akire Ghana for na ene na me bisa say eye ora friend saying Atobra Branabeka and a crabby was our issue much. Sir, Obia will fear why my young Saint Anipano Uye. So Bia soon we are my young said Obia and we. Na Yama and ye may be in the Danaquim. Ye gusu ya dear. Now, will my dear be? Maybe Bias in Miss Watcher Ghana for very quickly. More than mamma. Just a minute, baby. Yeah, DB quickly. Muni bibi. Hey, folks, and send me be PP, and send me be PP, and send me be PP, and send me be PP. Na, dear tenant say, Ora Martin Alamisi Amidu. Once upon a time, a DB. Na Ghana for me Brian for Madrine Anko. Sadena Martin Amidu Otroeno. Martin Amidu was giving Ghanaians the heads up of how we national security outfit no ya appointed officers be e national security ho. Nana bebre wo mu nim say sa appointment ya no na e lead to say a arrangement of a certain takeover of political, call it the hegemony. Said the bear won't be to me a day. I'm maintaining what you call the state capture. And to Martinami do trust had in the baby no mubusa and Troyano Sebe Adijinjai. Na enche expose be a mede bano. A mobe kaya makachra modeda. Efa president no say ni pebi person no mo poison president no. Sa mobe kaya. Na sa expose ni na BP. Everything. The organogram. How were certain top security chiefs today shares our position and who appointed them? At least for this one, Gabi Aserochidako told me clear he was part of influencing many of these expose. And my dear Gabi Aserochidako said, "One one thing because on winning and Koma Yedi and Nenyas Sabi." There were questions I made Gabi Aserochidako to answer because I've intercepted several documents as our document. The roadmap of that document leading to Gabi Aserochidako's DI near the Dankwa Institute. So honey dear Gabi answer officially and he told me say me say ever since mobile all the top security chiefs and akoswa ensenem fata. I'm say open our name. Gabi Aserochidako is one person in this government much responsible for all the appointment, many if not all appointment. Atobra, Kwame so the first one Atobra, Ekura the BNI. It was only when we arrangement then Atobra echo Israel to go and train with the Israeli intelligence, and that's the Mossad. Atobra meboa Branabeka. How many days, weeks, months? Atobra echo Mossad to train as an intelligence chief. Ebane say ena moto ora Kwaku Donfe etu Congo. Di enti na moto no to ho. mofa kwan bi so eyi Rashid everyone. The next person was the predecessor Kwaku Donfe. Now for some reason Kwaku Donfe also disappeared from the BNI. Now in Congo, Munko check it. You think you can hide? I have told you people, Ghana belongs to all of us. Me, I don't care. So long as Ghana, we are all stakeholders in Ghana, I will not keep my mouth shut. I will probe and will name, will shame and expose. And then Kwaku Donfe Odahin is it Oya dia wo ho. And amode atobra aba. Atobra usumi bi se wasemu me say obi ewu ofie obi a committee suicide obi an committee a wo de ochina Ghana for no. Now, yenhwa de bi wo ha. In the coming days, me ba be ya de bi. Na me be se me bisa ora Kwaku Asumani a question. Any atobra me be some questions. And the question 2 US flagged Gulf Stream be jet be is sitting at the Kotoka International Airport and the crane. 2 United States flagged Gulf Stream jet be at Kotoka International Airport or at the cresa. Mona national security chiefs na me be some. Is it true that 2 United States flagged Gulf Eti tarmacs no so? Netwa edian and the air. But let me tell you, we've secured every information about the aircraft. And the United States government has picked a lot of intelligence about you guys, your movement. And the US government is pressing the buttons within the Adodan Kwaku led government over something. I will come back and name it sooner rather later. And the cresa. And if you are, don't let me be provoked to go deeper than this. But my tune sembe bregu hamamo. The national security mainstream, led by Atobra, any Kwaku Asumani, a DNA US government, the United States government, are picking intelligence on more. The US government is pressing buttons. Mumienu, 2 Gulf Stream BCC ho. Idibesi ha. Aircraft ni bibia wa ha. Na that one say eavesdropping bi ikoswa ene mun kan kire wo mo amoye eavesdrop no wo so no mu ni nkomo ni yi. Ene bebo amo. Mumma sa nkrofo ni hu say ai because eavesdropping there more they are heading. 2 Ora Atobra ye pesi ehu obi a committee suicide wo fie ho a brabeka mu nekre. We are intelligence chief. You debrief the president the need to know what goes on back to back. Simon, me the better to Allah said Abrantie bi no what national security mainstream one. Your friend George Asante, where is he? Now George Asante, ne boss, and a former national security coordinator, Ayora, Lieutenant Canadian one, I think Lieutenant General Edu Amafo. And now Wahifa, Edu Amafo was once director of the DI, Defense Intelligence, and then and I'm frustrated na papa nende. But before Edu Amafo be free one, the conspiracy mechanism no was rather to use against Edu Amafo's PA, our friend George Asante. The same George Asante and Okoye investigations as investigation uncover top government officials those crooks any ragamuffins na omo Jubilee House wana why engage mo ho e wo de ben Galamsey amu to Ghana and say Ghana's forest reserves and water bodies mu say no ekoka mu se mu ntibidan this George Asante we and yes investigation ya ansana Professor Wine Papa mo friend is saying medical doctor mo friend say obey minister for forest and mo friend say cry yeah ora frimpon boate mokai yes mo face am ye clever enuma ekuta and someone ekura ye no acha me say mo pese Ghana bebo oh how so long as amun Ghana nyamodia say ya nwu mo say mo mra Ghana na Ghana ekura mo nsam say na mom mo beto Ghana o. Mo predecessors like Kwame Nkrumah and all the leaders in this country ayo mo de ko. Na se mo Ghana nya mo dia, na mo dia ne se mo ba be ye bi na makonko adia. Na mo se mo ma asomdwe ma, na mo pese Ghana ko direction e be bo ma na ko. Esan say me Kwaku amete ha. I will not, may not, and cannot be say mayor or konfu bone and na mayor konfu Panama memu na or konfu bone efie chichicha ba abetufo na menini na atremu na o man abo. Some openness aso any enko. Say the method is so for be kind say we tufo etu to ordin hu bejimu bi. Yes ah. Some opesi e de Ghana ko ha ye be ko. Esan say munye nipa nche Ghana ni bia. E kwanya mode owura te efa so ene ohin wafa Georgia Asante did a lot of colorful job which exposes a lot of top guys at the Jubilee House amoya kromfo moya criminals amamoyefo mo na mo say Ghana nsase enso enko wiase no Frimpong Boate report by moya den muskata report to no report na abasani asese no just say it was now this is where no Attorney General Ora Godfrey Dami has no sense of shame to even come out to say no wakoye investigation and that no government official at the apex of events and leadership could be found culpable. Nam say hwede o kire na morefi say bosome frɛ ho DC was confessing how to Galamsey and amorefi bosome frɛ ho one of these remember be born tape na kyerɛ mo enim guase for you despicable people mu need sense of shame etrimodin honhom bɔne etimu mu ihu Ghana mobwate the security top anya ya President Akufo-Addo so or the nakunwa at the ato line. Mr. President Akufo-Addo, by this time you should have resigned because you failed in your quest to pursue the Galamsey menace. Utimi ye it no be see o after security in some doors me do betre ha but folks me dem come in Ghana speaks of course tonight ye hwe the religious belt before yaba politics no asofo amoso mote ha ebirimu boni asemoma. Tonight on Ghana speaks of course we question the Christian journey including the principle and modality of worshiping the Creator and why we should extort money with his image. Ye behwe ye Kristo akwentu a yetuo ewe nyam mesumu ene kwan a afi ye de onyankopon din ye de gisika esum ba ko ewo wiase a wo mo de onyankopon din agisika ka every day anyantu ene betua wo say ene betua say come and sow and seed come and sow a seed every me tell minimum onyankopon ko a yeso no kristosumu a what the toto Muslimi ho what the toto Hare Krishna for ho what the toto all other esum ho untumi hu se nyankopon sika no wo hiani na kristofo pe na de bia nyankopon demand sika efiri omo. Now listen, a self-confessed acclaimed prophet is yelling at Ghanaians to wake up from their slumber. His reason for yelling is because he together with others have exploited the vulnerable people for far too long. Also, if you were to catch a Ghana for say, hey, moon sorry. Na ye asofo na nkasi ebu mache na Ghana for munim. DNT and what can I say? The person wa utie no. A self-confessed prophet who munim no. Na nua me be born a confession de kire mo. Hwensem bi e wo ka kire Christopher. Meanwhile, or yourself the kwanya wa faso we bu a Christopher na only sense of shame because mum pen the crow was our mind we muntia. And sorry be bribe to say Rwanda me visited Rwanda some 2 years ago. Kwahe na beti ko jina kwahe sa hire baba ne sa ikikoma gadusa iko brakaku tons ba kunu no ikikoma gadusa iko brakaku area de asem. Take a listen to this guy confessing what you need to and be watch out. Take a listen.
Yen ye preach catcher mu say Yesu bo. Ye preach catcher mu say Yesu ba. Na so yen no. Ye sisi dan. Ya to cars. Abulochire ni ye ko bi ba. Na so Yesu ba. Anentina Yesu ba no. Yes, I pre-wiase niema. Na wo na wudi ye chi no yanka no kura nso nkyere wo se. Te se je kwase evangel abekeka. Ye ni ye preach ka kire mu se yo. Ye preach ka kire mu se Yesu ba. Yesu ba. Na so ye no. Yesisi dan. Ya to cars. Abulo kire ni ye kobi ba. Na so Yesu ba. Anentina Yesu ba no. Yes, I pre-wiase niema. Na wo na wudi ye chi no yanka no kura nso nkyere wo se. Te se je kwase evangelist akwase abekeka.
What it was him. When we foot to them out, quadro obinim near two for no. As long as I was sorry, what a mokola, what a cantamanto, what wherever you are, including we 77 previous. If you cry GHS cry when we walk out, or say, oyare, no way. Et me, I may be a professor, more what school name debate. What would they be a mechanic? Say, the psychological influence, the dogmatism of religion. How religion is killing, maiming, destroying human brains. Now here, a renowned bishop in Ghana is speaking to the church and demanding what he described as, quote, quality offering, unquote, for the broadcast of his message. But the truth is that there is no quality offering anywhere. Offering is a free giving. Me say offering is there free giving from the individual. And you are a man of God, and you are, if you are a man of God and you are forcing people to give offering by force, it ends nowhere except to say it's an extortion. What's also for penny way or pretty or not sorry. Now offering now we see nipa nemfe now. What they would how what they are can say and will be what is the meaning of quality offering? But ye na ye nim say osum na ye sum no. Oma we Bible say onhira yes sir. And oma bia nso no efri nipa wakumem. Untimi nko gira won ka say obi ma quality offering. A quality offering of saying 10,000, 20,000 and you are telling me say a quality offering. Why you adwuma manipa no? Enipa no why you adwuma egu bottom? And why you adwuma egu nipa no bottom? And what is the meaning of this? And we allow these men, so-called men of God in their own rights, and all kinds of prestige and we think say, oh, so long as they have that prestige about them, they don't commit error. Religious blunder. Any enthroning that Daniel Kochi some and the dada unyankopomba. Take a listen to him. He mentioning quality offering. Who told you there is quality offering? You are extorting, you are exploiting God's people. Take a listen to this, folks.
Star 800 star 1000 hash.
Étoile 800 étoile 1010.
Send us your offering.
Envoyez votre offrande.
Send us your offering.
Envoyez votre offrande.
Say, Bishop,
Évêque,
I want to keep you on the air.
je veux te garder.
And so I send my offering.
Alors je t'envoie mon offrande.
20,000 Ghana cedis.
20 000 Ghana cedis.
10,000 Ghana cedis.
10 000 Ghana cedis.
5,000 Ghana cedis.
5 000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana cedis.
1000 Ghana cedis.
100 Ghana cedis. Send a quality offering now.
Envoyez l'offrande de qualité.
Quality seed now.
Semence de qualité.
Send us your offering now.
Envoyez votre offrande maintenant.
Send us your offering.
Envoyez votre offrande.
Will you put your hand on your forehead? Let's pray.
Mettez la main sur le front.
The truth is one. The kind of crutch gun in Ibia. Me kind of crutch the Orthodox churches, the Orthodox. Me kind of crutch the Pentecostal. Me kind of crutch the charismatic, and I don't give a hook of whoever your bishop is. Who bishop na encourage? The kind of me respect human beings oh, but ne crow way ne kind of emoding. But it's like the two-edged sword that cuts sharp, and that's the truth. The nipa bia wa kind of crabby as yesu omuade na mimi buade, but ne crow na mompe. That is more synonymous with these people of color. You don't like the truth. There is nothing like Ora Jinasare. Me say, eyantro, eyanada, eyakoshisam, for you to stand in your church and tell the people of God, say, there's like a quality of it. There's nothing like that. When amuya, neni pebiti, I saw them who, in the name of God, oh, but they become inferior. They become confused. They don't even know say Onyankopon nim ne yaba ana say yaba nipa nim. But at the sight of these so-called your bishops no nipa nim, and they raise the bar and they make others feel inferior. Meanwhile, Onyankopon quality seed no the yeden. Esumba ku am exploiting nipa by making money from people's pocket. All at the end of it say it goes at the betterment of many of these pastors, bishops and prophets in this country. A exploitation. Sooner or later, maybe year so far, one more Africa, Ghana, Kaho, now wash a woman net profit. No be sound say, what is our so them one? Who and for so bay and the winner what they are calling a Nina. Yeah, the total SUVs mass software. Minimum software penny be waha. Also, or call retirement, as Sony and Idio, or call retirement. Woman Kotor Island, Edmonds, won't cut or Samba, Beyonce, or Barbara nature. And this is a man of God. And or they are son or they are franchise. Mu ye way now when Yankupin na mu need sense of shame. Mu de go Yankupin ni mase. But you know what? One among them or say on things in biase. On one say also fu. But or 2 minutes me enu fu say yenya hwe ewo omwan kasa asofo no. Afutu ni say no person de kirewo. Take a listen to this.
And Solomon no bebre Jimmy. Yeah. Once I didn't have a see baby Jimmy say, hey, so for one if you would tonight, you say a man for the year. So for one year, the best school fees, a man for the year. So for Yali, a man for the year. I saw the pound with children, I say a man piamano. I am Cassiasem. Dabian the Cassia, so for any boom members in a Cassia. So for one preacher to assess she will drop on the hour solo. No one knows she any deal with easily gone. Cassia some quack. Young fashion, maybe I say, young fashion in Free Moon Cock. So for my me ko Dubai ko China kwanso e ko fa ne maba mo sese mo dwa pade osoro ye ye de sa de na to members ni tirim mo sese mo dwa pade osoro e na ye ya so for no o sese o mo de we isile go on dan so man any airport and Solomon no bebre Jimmy yeah
Like Karl Marx once said, religion is the opium of the masses. And the only thing I think some time ago me catch him say, look, religion called Christianity rode to the corridors of Africa 15 centuries ago. Their sea safaris came and presented the Bible, and after that, no. In 1838, ukoshe the course u Congo, besina yekasea, as far as King Leopold II of Belgium. A Kwayomofasu manipulated the mind and the mind game and the hypnotism and the psychological pressing on the people of Congo. And at the end, AC Congo no. Politics and religion. And your white supremacist Omudira Africa. And they succeeded. Now, our own people, black people, there, Yana said, we have some what you call craftsmen, apprentice for. My apprentice men no matter state craft and use this rheumatism just to normal from wedi. Omudia ye say tam. To maybe almost is your mother. The SUV. Me say Ghana software. Yes, so top private jet or meet me up to in ACT. But women say Ghana is unlike Nigeria, 36 states. Ghana meet me up to Manabroso, but they won't. Folks, on the religious belt, any move in somewhere air cosino and a media toma. Now Yanko Ghana speaks politics. Well, during a Q&A session with the Vice President Alhaji Baumia, a student posed a question to the Vice President and demanded to know that the President had earlier envisaged that his vision for Ghana would be to see Ghana beyond aid. Interestingly and shockingly, the Vice President, the economist, was as confused as to whether he does not understand the question at all, although the question is a straightforward one. I said, I grew big. No, I feel Obianfa Nano Asemo person or the Vice President in one fan could be a Vice President, any student way. It could be a Vice President and say, on my penina Casim and as I am not kind and a vision say, dear on my penini Suswan say bedroom or answer no be free Kunyaswanum. Ghana beba be ye or maybe a bear crabesha. Crabesha or Quambenswo. Akunya Sebi su say. Ghana enkoye emosia kuro ana omai ana yenkoye asresire on my ne yankase boy ye be boy ho modne ye tumi ayden aye adwuma ne yedidie ebri am ne mo ka say Ghana ye betumi aka say ye Ghana ye beyond aid ana the beacon of democracy, golden age of business, gateway to Africa. Now take a listen. Say question you dibisa about me ano. Send about me a year no edema student. Take a listen to this.
UCC. Great. Thank you very much. My question is actually simple. His Excellency the President, has said several times that his vision for Ghana is one of, a country beyond aid, mobilizing its, human and then material resources. Mr. Vice President, as head of the economic management team, in your own view, by the end of the first term, of this government, what do you think, or what do you, foresee to be the state of the Ghanaian economy by the end of the first term? Thank you.
Thank you very much. The question on Ghana beyond aid, it is really critical. No country really is going to develop by depending on aid. We have to move away from a dependency on aid for our development, and this is really what is driving Nana Akufo-Addo's this country. And clearly, the way we have started, clearly, by the end of our first term, by the grace of God, we will move away this economy. I expect to see an economy that is transformed and depending on its own resources for its development. That is really where we are headed, and that is where Nana Akufo-Addo is taking this country to, a transformed economy, an economy that is standing on its own feet and making its own decisions for development. So I am very optimistic about taking Ghana to a country beyond aid.
It's as though the Vice President is using the same signature tune to answer the question. It's all about that, or NDN or say is to take Ghana beyond aid. Ghana beyond aid nankasana sichene saying. Mr. Vice President, Ghana beyond aid asichre. So what say we Ghana every aid moi? Et say we Ghana every nkwasumu asresire ene mosiabo. When we say Ghana ne IMF for see a kwahwe sikebi na yeji man so ba IMF for so mo face kan ma Ghana di endia na monte mpenifo ne to Washington Ghana mpenifo ne to Washington a o ma hwehwe suit akese nsam hu ene o mudie ensam hu ene o mudie ene wo mu edie ene wo mu edie o mo tete Washington IMF so mo face di endia President Akufo-Addo car said Ghana beyond aid no. Ghana ni bi emisa no say enye ye ka say Ghana is it beyond aid? O say President Akufo-Addo create the atro. Afa ne ho adi obi anka hwe ankyere no. Ene Ghana a car a dias one over 607 billion no. Na say yenche sika na ma menu mi no 30 point ahimi ye bechama emofra wono moda yefunu kura anya eka a yen wo kwabnane enso na eka da nanim otwane ebe Ghana mpenifo abro beye hohom to me boni a moji wi a mo de betno man ne so a oman na isi apene na no na sensa akeka na asem se occultic fo na mo betuto wirem ni kwayem isirem ni mipom se de obe ne de ono aba be kansa asem now folks Ghanaians are still in anticipation. When would ECG release the timetable to regulate the erratic power supply? However, the Vice President and the former majority leader, both respectively, have spoken. Power erratic power supply. Move for timetable, Emra. Ya ka area nam si yemfa nye adwuma ene de mo say Mary matam de ekosi kumase na mato no kumase de be empower emuje na Mary power no kwa mo de kono e cost to government of Ghana saying no the people of Ghana e cost saying how many millions of dollars. It's a story for another day, but mo de beba mo fa timetable ni mana finally the Vice President Alhaji Baumiani Chairman Sabonsu have spoken. Assemben and Omokache Minumieno. Biewason. Take a listen to them.
Cause of doomsday, and doomsday has been caused by the financial and economic mismanagement by this government, and so we shouldn't be giving them credit for solving a problem that they have solved.
The energy sector, you call doomso mo President Mahama. Now who pretty say, "Obi your man if you doomso mo." Until we take key steps to get us out of it, and then tema plans about the buy to generate electricity for us. On the face of it, a good.
Cause of doomsday, and doomsday has been caused by the financial and economic mismanagement by this government, and so we should be giving them credit for problems that they have solved.
The energy sector, you call doomso mo President Mahama. Now who pretty say, "Obi your man if you doomso mo." Until we take key steps to get us out of it, and then tema plans about the buy to generate electricity for us. On the face of it, a good.
Cause of doomsday, and doomsday has been caused by the financial.
What a Ghana mobile, but well, tonight we can lay to rest the curiosity whether the president, Jack Toronto, Jack Toronto, let Jack Toronto nom wine and now no alcohol. This issue, I bear one of those, call it the bone of contention, say. Yeah, dear, baby. And on one president and Kwaku Beka Nasem say, one of the women say, Okoka asked him with Parliament ever since the president said this. It's been back and forth. Say, people, we're trying to fish out to know whether the president, your Canadian, but Jack Toronto alcohol on them, and also on them wine. Whatever the purpose, tonight we have to lay this to rest. Say, at least we have spotted the president somehow. Say, president in a nom de we take communion. There's a president need take communion. There, communion say there near the and young wine near the nom. Let's just say we can at least assume. We can assume for a say, president say, "Oh no wine there." Then it's obvious. Say, Nina can alcohol family no. And I'm take a listen to the president and then a format, and then a style, or the nom, or the communion, and the first lady in the society on also agenda communion both. Take a listen to this. Jack Toronto. Jack Toronto. Oshe Jack Toronto pa we so wine ni mu a wonom wine ya ono mana efe keke kama okwa urade adidi mampenini kwa urade adidi yes okwa urade adidi Jack Toronto anya wine bi aka no hunza folks. I want you to watch clip here maybe carefully. That on the 9th of January 2017, after His Excellency Adodan Kwaku had been sworn in, the NPP Invisible Force took over some section of the security services, including assault on one police officer, ASP Nanka Bruce. Now, same way, MC Ghana for Namufe said, Enya Simbia. Na me pese me yi footage ni kire o national security for no mo hwa mo be hu we bia footage ni free na mo hwe ena me ne mo ka say Delta Force o e de ben force o de ben de mo national security for absorb o mi na ekugu the mainstream the base ana me boa me say Delta Force for mo do mo akwa kogu the mainstream national security yes ona mo do mo ekugu Monshe Kwanya 2017 Delta Force for a play game by taking over some security apparatus. Take a listen to this carefully. monhwɛ saa altercation a course ene saa pre we asem papa we 2017 no na afi na MPP aba abemu enti 2024 tie ne bisi Ghana me mamu na heads up look sharp well aha enam de Ghana speaks religion there and the politics there no me de bisi but before make a short break no channel so say a top secret blueprints uncovered the roadmap to the downquest hegemony in Ghana's political space. The blueprints would also reveal the dark secrets of the dynasty and the alleged orchestration of the paramount chief ultimately to secure state capture in the alliance history. The Frontline investigates. Some investigation is baso. A bra, some investigation is beda. Can I say? And we may be anase and so on. So wani bechre. Kwanya politicians be war meimu. Ah, one musu free equobim anase se tribe bim. No musu sunye. And one munyoma ye na chrese o main one mo ya adehye konkron for. And that o main to me politics so religion economical everything eyo mo necessary wo mo tra o main so. In fact, a bano crasa adidie se aban mu yentremu a currently bebre so hihye sa aban we mu na nioma wono mo ye ne kire se Ghana ina baba be kuta o mo prekope na yenkwada ina mu yasom wo that hegemony that political control ene no mo hwehwe na eno no eho expose ene ye denam kwam ye ba be pa sa enso wanu yi eho ano soronko na the foundations of Ghana will be shaken. And unfoni kakri na mpese mi yichro na mount the mental picture of how things will look like. Take a listen to this.
A dynasty plan to continue the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquist rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapade. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprint of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquist. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Expose we and nam kwemo bawo imbrikatu so ye we twa another expose bi so ba a friend a covert investigations uncovered. So covert investigation we uncovered the workers of iniquities in the body of Christ. This expose uncovered the workers of iniquities in the body of Christ, plus the dark secrets covering the altar revealed. The Frontline investigates, coming too close to your door. Afi expose we ebe pa asofo akesia kukudama ebi eyo godfathers ewo my we mu enye better sa o obi bebre from the top down. Na sa expose ene yatudin the workers of iniquities. One more cover up is about to be blown. When this expose would hit your screens, folks, I don't know. Internet dey be am catch us say nya asubrache ma wo television no enda CTV Monday to Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. sharp. We are airborne. So I expose is to saying and a beko. Mami hu funi kakra infantile. Take
But beneath them lies darkness, evil, and wickedness.
In Sri Lanka, they say, "Ifuluno." I'm sorry. Kasamle yesino. But miracle water ninti. Was sorry.
But now they've reached the breaking point, as the web or the Frontline has captured them in an expose that will shake the foundation of Christianity in Ghana. Expect more in the coming days, weeks, and months on the Frontline show with Kwaku Annan. Behind the false holy crown lies dark.
a grand conspiracy, quote, a grand conspiracy to have the president eliminated by elements within, unquote, a buying check. Enipakuo bi a wɔn ankasa wa amanya kuonum ɛyɛ the new patriotic party no. A wɔn mo pɛ sɛ wɔn use tactics bi de eliminate president in free hɔ. Ɛno ho entama yɛbɛpa no n'ani kyerɛ nkyɛ. Saa expose. Folks, mame ko short break me ba. Then we sail straight, then we get in touch. The front line continue. Stick and stay up. In 15 minutes approximately gone past the hour 9. This is the front line with Kwaku Annan, your investigative journalist, folks. Wait, I say over the weekend, my 12-year-old, no, my 11-year-old girl was dramatizing how I sit and how this is how I pronounce my words and how they posture me. She was trying to pose same. And I'm saying, it's not your work. Keep your mouth quiet. The spirit of the work is different from when you are out of your normal sense doing your own thing. Folks, minimu bedin komoi. And of course, baby Edre, Ghana Speaks extension. Of course, Swedru for Moshe, Memamuina Kwaba, Swedru for all over the world. There are a lot, hundreds and thousands of people watching us on traditional television. More share with events and YouTube, Facebook, most of them radio. So all over the world. In the United States, in Copenhagen, in Azerbaijan, Kusumokaya, Kwesi Pratikrum, Hoina Mohreho. Now, Enchene Urasin Sak Bidin Komo, but some bo adiwe at the collaborative adibi trese. Abranti Noa Friday near Kanawasem, the late Kwabena Buedu, ne Mamen Koma in Diano. Mamini the revelation be Pia Bontia name with them. Trese Mamini son Dayebi. Sa Dayano Ebe collaborative sin Sak revelation o DP yese. Kwanya abofrano fa so a ofiri mu no enam nneoma hudu piso na me boss revelation dey akere mametie exactly what maame Georgina Bafo, the mother of late Kwabena Buedu, told New Jersey Radio Abeku our hostess our program. Folks, ti asem ni ye we after Kwabena Buedu no ewie no vision na maame no daya was the say vision daya was soon yo and all back all come with Yebino and Sana Sin Sakaba. Take a listen to this.
And you call her. What happened was that fateful Friday. Na dear Betchen Saturday, I'm ye. And you call her. Me mommy, my brother Sojeni, and my cousin Bakon Ales. On also cry Germany ha. And my sister, your last born in the crew, Miss Kisi. Ye any family members na I say ye koi. And now no Dr. Baumia so na here. Any MPP sa team no. Ayakwa Brambo team na Baumia team no. So young men near their day, almost so mudoso kakra kama. They also came to. What happened was that fateful Friday. Na dear Betchen Saturday, I'm ye. And you call her. Me mommy, my brother Sojeni, and my cousin Bakon Ales. On also cry Germany ha. And my sister. Your last born in the crew, Miss Kisi. Ye any family members na I say ye koi. And now no Dr. Baumia so na here. Any MPP sa team no. Ayakwa Brambo team na Baumia team no. So young men near their day so mudoso kakra kama. They also came together with Dr. Baumia na here. Enti ye koi na chese front no. Almost me bano addressing suit abon tie and white shirt abon tie the white hand shoes as she no near their day sauce nti media na chese na enya asem ketwa yasoso me mu meje me ho ba bia enje me gira daka me ba ne ho saa na me bisa nse kwabra aden why so stranded because he was exactly 30 years and 20 days na edu ba bi no yetete wonu mu no na one of the boys say MPP boys no ba maybe I don't know all of them nipa woma me nim woma me kai womo pass am ye uku na cabo no and one or two bi so kan but others I don't know them and ba ko sorry ejina ho no mu na osre family no any others na aka na ye omo ankasa nkrofo no Doctor Senko one fa asem kakra ntu yenim na obesre senka ye nyina ye beko outside na doctor say opese onu nko ane ase ne yire no